All right, we're back doing a recording for the main channel. It's been a long week, um, so I'm just gonna jump right into it. This is a playlist. I did just recently put out a playlist a few minutes ago as a tribute to John Prine, who we lost in April due to complications with the pandemic. So I want to talk a little bit about John Prine. I will tell you from the jump that his music is kind of an acquired taste, but for me, really unknowingly, I didn't. It's really only in retrospect you figure out just how much somebody has been, or an artist has been in the background of your life. So I've probably been watching Prairie Home Companion, Austin City Limits, and a few other shows that showcase bluegrass, kind of country standard music, probably at least since I was 12, so at least since maybe 86, 87. And probably the first John Prine song that I didn't at the time even know was a John Prine song was probably Angel from Montgomery. Bonnie Raitt had gone through kind of a resurgence in the mid to late 80s. And what John says about other people covering that song is very true. I've heard the Indigo Girls cover this song. I've heard, I think Natalie Merchant's covered this song. A ton of people have covered this song. Which reminds me, I need to add another song to that. I need to edit the playlist. But that's the point. A ton of people have covered Angel from Montgomery, but they all end up kind of sounding like Bonnie Raitt's version of that song. I'd almost put that song on the all-time classic covers list on the other channel on Mixtapes and Mistakes. If you haven't subscribed to that, please do. But I don't want to do that with this song because I'm using this song for a specific purpose. But that was the first song I come into contact with, and I didn't know it was John. And then the next song that got me, that really, there are other songs that hooked me earlier, because I think the first song that I knew that was John's was Paradise. But when I first heard Paradise, it was a lot of, in some weird way, I felt like it was super country and super bluegrass, and I felt like that I couldn't really wrap my head around it in a way. There were a lot of levels and subtexts of that song that I didn't get at the time that I really understood when I was older. But the first song that I knew was John's, that I really latched onto, which ultimately really became my favorite John Prine song, was Speed of the Sound of Loneliness. It's one of probably 10 or 12 songs I think that I can say I've lived in a way. But it's a beautiful song, and Nancy Griffith. One of the things Nancy Griffith kind of makes that song hers, and it's very interesting that John writes some of the bigger songs that John's known for are really showcased by female artists. So there's those two songs. What I try to do with this playlist, and I went out of my way to do a specific thing about this playlist. So I was kind of having a down week for a whole bunch of really unrelated reasons to this commentary. But I watched the John Prine Tribute picture show. And I was wrecked. Like, I can't, like, when I watched that, first of all, watching his two younger sons do Paradise, and what was crazy about watching them do Paradise was, and that was the area of the show that got me, was I'm watching it, and there's the first layer of that song that's about nostalgia and being with your family and having lost this place that doesn't really exist anymore. Like, for people local to me, you'll probably have this same feeling now about Miracle Strip. or Shipwreck Island, where it's just like, no, it was there, it existed in a really kind of sepia toned moment in your life. But the thing that hit me about them covering that song was they're his two youngest sons, and the next layer of that song hit me like a train, which is the fact that, yeah, you want your dad to take you back to this place that you all have these really fond memories of, but he's not there. And I'm watching it, and they're just trying to hold it together, and it was just like I was wrecked, just wrecked. And the rest of the show will wreck you. The other thing I can say about that show, it's on YouTube if you watch it, and I think Old Boy Records still has it on their stream. John Prine, and there are a few artists like this. I think Prince was like this in a way, but not as pronounced maybe. John Prine reminds me of John Cassavetes. And what I mean by that is John Cassavetes, the noted filmmaker, had like a stable of people he worked with that were just his actors, his girls in his films. And those particular people added to the subtext of all the things that he did. And what I noticed about John Prine in the tribute to John Prine is there are all these artists that I really loved that I didn't know, that I really loved with not knowing that these are people that John liked, that I became a fan of way before I knew that John was connected to them. Like, I didn't know that John Prine liked Eric Church. I didn't know John Prine really liked Sturgill Simpson or Jason Isbell or Amanda Shires or Brandi Carlile, which are all artists that I really, really love. Had no clue. But they were all people he had in his orbit towards the middle and the end of his life that he saw the eye for talent for. He's like, I like them. I want to include them in what I'm doing. And so I thought that was really cool. If you get to see the tribute, there's a fundraiser. There's a fundraiser for hospice care and for a few other charities that the family is really about championing. To round up, I guess, my condolences to the Prine family, to Fiona and everybody, Old Boy, and to fellow John Prine fans. And I want to give a shout out to Mike Kidwell, who actually was watching the stream with me. It's interesting how you find out who likes another. Like, you don't know who likes something until you find out someone else likes it. Like, what? So. But yeah, so that's my John Prine tribute. I am going to edit the list because there are 3 songs I just realized while I'm recording this that should be on this list that aren't. So it may end up being 15 songs instead of 12 that are on there currently. So that's it for this episode. Feel free to like, share, and subscribe. This will be up in the morning. And feel free to add or send me suggestions about stuff to do on this channel, artists you think I should cover or talk about. Record reviews. I still have to do the Trent Reznor thing. I still have to finish listening to those 2 records. That's probably my next task. And there's content coming for the other channel. So, catch you guys later. Thanks.